Let not hate rule thy heart. Let not fear break thy will. Let not wrath cloud thy mind. Let not midnight stand eternal. Blades and Blasters presents Eternal Midnight by Rogue. This is Demon Gate, a fantasy setting filled with horror and grief. Keep your fires high, else perish in the darkness.
And at the end of days, the first sign shall appear in the heavens. Justice shall fall upon the world of men. The armies of light and shadow will clash across the fields of eternity.
And thank you for joining us for the 23rd final episode of the Eternal Midnight campaign, the Demon Gate setting. Tonight we have the usual crew: Tet as Wrath, Maddie's Yuya and Vengeance, Slip as Keltiel, and Ghost as the Spectre of Hunter. As you may know, Hunter was killed last game, first PC main character death. His brother Lycos raised him back from the dead to become a slave, but Hunter decided to, after Lycos' death, take the book, the Ars Grimorium, through the portal to try and rid the world of it forever. So, in this episode, Hunter is back because Keltiel conjured a spirit and bound it using some powerful conjuring ritual in her attempt to try and save his soul from hell. Ghost and I played a one-shot in Hell. Unfortunately, it was late. We did not record it. But we'll be using some of the things that happened in that game as flashbacks in this one. This is the last game, and we're going to do the giveaway map and PDF. And we just released a bundle. So Earl of Fife Games and Arcanum Syndicate. We're going to throw that in there as well for the prize winner. You get a couple of adventures that are pretty cool for the winter break. So you'll be able to scroll to the bottom or find them in the description, or you can check it out at www.arcanumsyndicate.com to enter and win. So don't forget to like and subscribe to Blades and Blasters, and keep an eye out for upcoming games. Let's rock. You guys see that okay?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Stepping through the Demon Gate was unnatural and like waking into a nightmare. Horrors trying to get in, tortured souls. They pounded on the fabric of space as it folded around Hunter. The faces were contorted and screaming, clawing on the outer edge to escape the Never. For while passing through the slipstream, they could see for a moment a light in the darkness as the portal connected the two planes. Then Lewin, the one once called Hunter, he was through the whirlwinds, somewhere on the other side. It did not take long to realize that the gate created by his brother Lycos and the magic of the Ars Umbris Grimorium had taken him to the Tower of Storms, a place in Niflheim, the realm of mist. This was a place of darkness in one of the 9 hells. This tower was created by the Blood Queen of this land to connect to the world of the living. Asmodiel, the demon that had been summoned to Skore, was a servant of this Blood Queen. The demon was a dark knight, a duke of hell, and Wrath's enemy. Yet he still did not remember the entire story, spending 100 years in ice. Perhaps it was the witches that brought him in the first place, or perhaps Lycos used the Ars Grimorium. Yet, as most know, this is not possible for demons or angels to merely come back to the land of the living so easily. The door must be opened from the other side. There are laws that bind the passage of souls, laws that many demons will break for a chance to be free again. The ancient and wicked book had been altered from its original form by the Queen's own enslaved enchanters for the sole purpose of creating a gateway, a soul gate for the demons to cross through so that the wicked and vile things could come back to our world and relish in all manner of perverse and disgusting sacrifices, so that they could swallow souls, murder, and take mortal slaves with them to the realm of mist. Lycos must have wanted to escape as a last resort, or perhaps he tried to contact a spirit from the portal, but had not enough time to finish his task before the party attacked him. Perhaps it was that, or perhaps the thing that he had tried to call was already here. Hunter reached a balcony 8 floors above the fog-covered ground. He gazed upon the hellscape from the Tower of Storms. There were distant thunderclouds of crackling, ever-present electrical bursts in the clouds, like a war was being waged in the sky. The veil storms. The entire twisted land was covered in fog. He noticed then that there were 2 suns here, just like in his world. Yet they seemed to give off very little light, as if a veil of darkness had been pulled over the world. Hunter looked to the north to see an ice sea, frozen waters filled with glaciers, a forest of black trees, hugged obsidian mountains in the south. Perhaps he could manage to flee there. He looked upon the book and thought, where could he dispose of this wretched thing? A screech caught his attention. He witnessed a winged undead monstrosity, its heavy wings beating, eyes glowing as it scanned the tormented land. At the base of this tower there were only a few stone buildings, half concealed in fog. What could he do? Where could he go? The book was with him, bound in bones and hide, pages of dried flesh and inked in blood. Hunter realized he needed to get the book to a place where he could destroy it forever, to make sure that it would never reach the realm of mortals again. He had very possibly sacrificed his soul for this task. If he could exist in hell long enough to destroy the book, then that was the price he would pay. Now we flash back to the world of mortals. Back to the scene where we left off. And you guys were near Lycos' body. The scene drifts to the party outside of the walls of the manor. The heat from the burning tower and the walls is raging, melting some of the snows. Hunter stands looking at his own somewhat transparent form with his glowing eyes and misty essence. He realizes how much concentration it took for him just to hold the bow in its material form, but its connection to him allowed him to hold it. He could still not recall what all happened during the past week or so that he had been gone into hell, and how she summoned him, how it was possible at all. Was it the book? Something to do with the book? He wasn't carrying the book anymore. He couldn't recall everything. Passing through the Umbra often had this effect, wiping the mind. Vengeance. She looks out over the valley, disguising herself as Yuya is simple, since she's using her as a vessel. But keeping up the charade is a little more complicated than just hiding in physical means. She has hidden the priestess somewhere, hopefully, where the priestess won't even realize she's missing. So Keltiel is scavenging some things off of Lycos's body, and you guys can go ahead and take it away there in this scene.
Keltiel finishes removing some things from the body, puts on a pair of gauntlets, throws a cloak made of wolf skin stained in blood across her shoulders. She's still somewhat giddy from the success of bringing Hunter back, but that's tempered somewhat by the thought that his body is still in hell, and that gives her pause. She walks over to Hunter and she removes a ring from her finger. Do you think you can wear this? It can strengthen your will, which may help you if someone tries to send you away again.
And Hunter is looking up at the stars and the moon in the sky. Looks over at Keltiel, and I can try. He holds out his hand.
She takes off the dyad will ring, hoping that its magical properties will assist him in being able to hold on to it, and tries to put it on the finger she thinks it would fit the best.
And yeah, you're able to, with concentration, you notice.
I think with it on, you would notice that your focus was better. Mechanically speaking, that's a +2 to your will.
Yeah, and Hunter would look it over, nod, and feeling that extra presence, he would. It seems to be staying on.
Good. I'm glad you're back. I hope you can stay.
Is that how these things usually work? I've never been a spirit before.
For a time, as long as you are not banished again, I should be able to bring you back. She shrugs. Whenever I can perform the ritual.
And if I am banished?
And she winces, looks to Yuya. I don't know. You aren't a servant of any gods. I know this. I think that your soul should go to purgatory, which would probably suit you fine. but I just don't know enough about these things to be sure that some demon having possession of your body might not interfere. But don't worry. I will make things right, no matter what.
Whatever awaits, I can deal with it when it comes. We should focus on the now and what must be done.
Yes, I have some spells to prepare. Yuya, do you know? Well, perhaps it isn't worth discussing right now. Everyone is okay, right? No one is still hurt?
Yuya, or Vengeance, I guess. Appears as Yuya. She goes over to body of Lycos. There's a belt around his waist. She sees there's a dagger also beside him, picking that up as well, examining it before pocketing it. She takes the belt off Lycos, struggling with it slightly before looking at it, wrapping it around herself twice before securing it in a knot. She looks over to Keltiel and the spectral form of Hunter. If you're wondering where Hunter will go after all this, if his spirit is saved from being in those hells, you're right, it will most likely be purgatory of some kind. It's neither good nor bad. It's just there. That's all you do is exist. And so it might not seem so bad. Just existing is not the most pleasant way of spending eternity.
It can't be much worse than this place was.
I haven't been there myself, but I assume that it's fairly dull. Might be better than here, at least. Better than where you were.
Wrath is looking over Yuya, a bit surprised by the comments of kind of that that purgatory is okay. Just knowing kind of her, faith in Ghana, he reaches down to Lycos and nonchalantly chops off a hand, wedging off a ring from the finger and tucks it into his pocket. Well, purgatory is, similar to this place, but better? I do not know. You may not do the Maker's will in purgatory, as you can here. Perhaps the Maker will see fit to raise you up, Hunter, into his realm for the good deeds you have done.
Hunter thinks on that. He closes his eyes for a moment in thought or wincing. I don't know. I'd almost prefer to be in places that are difficult. I don't feel like the kind of person who would be comfortable with being comfortable.
And that is your punishment, Hunter. Being comfortable.
Well, I think that it's pointless to speculate right now. We need to focus. We need to go find the witches.
Hey. I agree, Caldia. We should go.
Let us end this. The speculation of our souls. It will matter for naught if we are defeated. We must rid this scourge of this land for once and for all. Then the Maker will be satisfied, and then this land shall finally embrace his warmth. And in the distant future, those that pray to the Maker and Ghana will drive out other filth, other darkness that brews. This is the seed that must be planted.
Keltiel nods, looks out the window. Is there any fires that they can see? Any sign where the witches might be from here?
There's no sign from where you're at. You noted that the front doors are right around the corner. Also, Hunter, you notice when you see your brother's body laying there and his face laying in the snow, half buried, you do get a flashback of a memory. It's up to you if you want to share anything from that, but I whispered it there to you.
I see. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything right away.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Sure. I'll whisper you that as well. And yes, around the corner, is the front doors to the manor. With the second floor and the tower and everything on fire, it seems dangerous to enter anywhere over here. You're not sure of an entrance anyway over here, but do you guys want to go around toward the front?
That seems like the quickest way.
Wrath will try to set Lycos' body on fire once they're done with it, just for good measure.
Yeah.
As he struggles with that, Keltiel just kind of snaps her fingers.
Yeah.
And he bursts.
Yeah, he was just like bending over the body. He was about to get a torch out, and then as Keltiel does that, he just stands up and looks at her. The corner of his mouth almost smiles as if he just forgot something. He doesn't say anything specifically.
Yeah, she just gives him a slight wry smile in return, and then turns to keep going in the direction of the door.
So you guys around the corner. You reach the gates, no problem. There's still a lantern lit there. As you look upon the gate, you notice that one of the doors is broken in pieces and it's fallen down. It was trampled on long ago, probably when this place was first raided. Wrath in particular notices the crow symbol of Squore and the crow's wings on the broken door, covered in dried blood, flashing memory. It assaults you as you start to near it. You recall the kneeling, your wings folding around you, your cloak billowing white, kneeling before someone. And through the door, real dimly, you can make out the statue of almost a guardian. Looks like a general or a warrior or even a god. The image staggers in your thoughts in the hallway as you start to realize it's Beogard, the human god of justice. Old statue. It's been defiled. Looks like they broke its arms, threw excrement on it, blood, cut throats into the offering bowls, and tried to defile it as much as they could, but it still stands there. And you hear that voice, return Hasmediel to justice for breaking the laws of banishment, echoing in your mind. What does Wrath do?
Wrath walks over to the statue, immediately kicks the bowl away from it, almost as if it was just in his way. There's no particular malice in his action. It's as if it doesn't even matter. He looks up into the eyes of the statue, his own eyes glowing, one glowing red and one glowing blue. It's the first time anyone's seen this before besides Vengeance, which it is him in a state of calm, but at the same time preparing for something that he was born to do, and that is serve the Maker's wrath upon those unjust. For a moment he stands there simply idly looking at it. You're unsure if that he can hear anything you say or see anything going on around him. He puts his hand up against the statue's chest, touching it briefly. His eyes close and open again, each pupil changing from red to blue to red to blue. And everything in the handout I'm learning now from my thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He turns and immediately looks at Yuya and frowns. Something is very wrong. Hasmediel is not banished. He remains. The witches have him trapped. We will fight against him again. This blade that we have seen, that Fargazer had seen driving into the flesh, it is with the spirit of this demon. He lives there, entrapped by the sorcery. He doesn't say anything else for just the moment.
Yuya, she furrows her eyebrows as Wrath says, "That's concerning. If they have him trapped, obviously they're gonna use him against us. The more time that we stand here, the more time we allow, the stronger they're gonna get."
It is not they who will wield the blade against us.
Even if it's him.
He is the blade.
And Vengeance, okay. She pauses, looks down. So, like Vengeance was a blade.
Yes, and now she will wield the blade against us. He looks to Keltiel, and then back to Yuya. I have put this off long enough. We must draw Vengeance out, and banish her if we must. It must be now.
You
I
can't.
think- Can a angel be banished by the same means as a demon?
There are two sides of the same coin.
There has to be a way to help her. I can't just banish her.
But if she is banished, she will just go to the rest of the Maker, yes?
She probably won't, considering part of her spirit's still here with the witches.
He doesn't seem to have an answer. He simply shakes his head. It matters not. The will of the Maker is for Yuya to survive. It is the will of the Maker for here to spread the gospel. And to do that, we must be victorious today. If I fall, it matters not. If vengeance falls, it matters not.
You just abandon vengeance after she waited for you for so many years. How could you, Wrath?
He turns and looks very sidelong at Yuya. I thought you would understand. It is not that I wish to do so. It is not that I want to push her away.
No,
It is what it must be done.
you've been pushing her away all this time, Wrath. That's all you've been doing.
Can I astral sight her?
Yeah, you can do that. Vengeance, actually, go ahead and roll a concealment check, and Wrath, go ahead and do your astral sight.
Would that be perception?
Yeah, if you don't have the skill concealment, it would be perception.
God damn it.
Also, you start to hear whispers in your head, Vengeance, and I'm going to go ahead and play this real quick for you.
Are we supposed to be hearing something?
Yeah.
Oh, I can hear it.
Oh, I can't hear it. It's, damn it. It's roll 20s. Messing up for me. Hold on.
I paused it real quick.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything at all. Hold on.
What if you guys refresh? You guys heard it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You wanna play it again.
sometimes, yeah, just one. Give me a second.
It might, because we were in Witcher beforehand. It might have not played music for you, because I had to refresh before I got anything.
I'm getting the music, but yeah, hold on. Just let me reboot this, refresh the, because I want to catch. I want to catch this. Okay, so can you try it again?
Yep. You ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Soon it will be your time.
Wrath doesn't love you anymore, does he?
How dare he
Typical male.
use you and throw you away?
We'll help you. We can help you. We will help you.
We've been waiting.
What was
You have such power.
such?
Unstoppable power.
We will help you take a true vessel.
A vessel worthy of an angel.
Not like the one he picked.
That vessel is weak, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We have a better one. The child's mother will do it. Yes.
They share the same blood, after all. Soon vengeance will be ours.
Soon vengeance will be yours. Soon vengeance will be ours.
So you start to hear that as you kind of notice that they're all looking at you weird.
Yeah, Vengeance, as she's hearing these voices, she puts her hand on her head as just the cacophony of witches speaking to her echoes in her mind. And she lets out a groan as she takes out the dagger with the... It's fine. It's fine, I'm coming. And she takes the dagger out after the voices stop.
What are you going to do with that?
What's wrong, Yuya?
Doesn't matter what I'm gonna do with it. I just you're gonna
Keltiel
do.
starts to move forward.
And as she moves forward, Vengeance presses the dagger against Yuya's neck tightly, so the blood starts to drip.
Yeah,
down.
Wrath holds it. Wait. Stop.
What are you doing? Yuya, stop. Wait, is this vengeance?
Vengeance smile. Yes. And you're going to let me go. I am going to back away. You're going to stay there.
Vengeance, wait. What are you doing? This is not the Maker's will.
Where are you
Maker.
going?
Quiet, Keltiel. Quiet.
The
Vengeance.
Maker left us.
He did not leave us.
He left us like you were planning on leaving me. Banishing me.
You are acting irrationally. You are not...
Rational! Every time. You always say I'm acting irrationally. I think this is the first time that I've acted rationally in over 1,000 years, Wrath. I became your tool, and now that I'm not useful, you discarded me.
I am not discarding you, Vengeance. I have been given a sight by the Maker that you would betray us, and here you are, betraying us.
He presses the knife further into Yuya's neck. If you don't want her to die, I'd suggest you back up.
If I let you go, she will die anyway.
You'll at least have a chance.
Is this what you want? To be cast out from the graces of the Maker, pushed into hell as something as low as a mineral? Do you want this? Is this your path? A fallen angel?
You are already a fallen angel, Wrath. Have you not seen yourself? Why do you think you are here? The Maker doesn't want you. He doesn't want me. We're just here to fawn around with the mortals, to assist them, until we're of no use and we're banished.
No.
Like now.
It is untrue. We are here to spread the Maker's gospel, so the chorus of voices and prayers can reach him in his glory. We are his servants. We do his will.
And willpower check for Hulu.
You notice Hunter's kind of spectral hand raises up a little bit, and you have to make a strength check versus his willpower check. He's trying to use his powers.
Oh, nice.
So what's that look like? Because Hunter rips that out of your hand.
And so Vengeance has the blade pressed against Yuya's neck, and she is about to slide it across her throat. She feels the knife being ripped forwards and from her grasp. She stumbles a bit forward.
Yeah, Wrath would immediately try to rush forward and tackle Vengeance to the ground.
And Vengeance will attempt to get off me.
Yeah, you go ahead and make an unarmed attack, Wrath.
Okay.
Hunter, do you bring the dagger to your hand?
Yeah, I'd bring it to my hand and then toss it aside.
All right, yeah, she's able to slip out of your initial tackle there.
And Vengeance is just going to start running in the opposite direction from where they are.
As she starts to run, Keltiel shouts after her, Yuya! Yuya! You're stronger than her. Don't let her take you away.
Wrath begins to run after Vengeance and looks back to Keltiel and banish her now. And
I can't. She is not free of the body. She must be exorcised or drawn out in some way.
As you see Vengeance, you're running across the through the snow in the front of the manor. You can see it goes downhill into some scattered trees and rocks and stuff. Are you just running full speed out there wherever you can to get escape?
Yeah, at this point, Vengeance is just running full tilt, just down that hill and into the trees. She's got a 10 run.
Okay.
yeah,
If Wrath, you taking off after?
yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, he just doesn't even really hear Keltiel. He's just rushing after her.
What is Kelton Hunter gonna do?
Hunter's gonna misform, and I think that makes him move faster. No, it's the same speed. Yeah, he'll probably just run his own normal speed, and he will. If he at any point can get a shot, he will line it up and take it to try to pin her. Shoot at her legs.
Everybody that's taking chase, go ahead and do a dex check. Vengeance as well.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
She was booked it. Yeah, no clear shot to pin her to anything. She's just gone. She was hauling ass, and Wrath's probably his armor and still went through the snow, and Keltiel's fallen back through the snow as well. Vengeance, you disappear into the trees, and you think you've eluded them for the moment. You were just breathing heavily. I'm going to move you guys all over to this scene where Yuya is now trapped in the dream world. And she's actually trapped with you guys in some sort of fantasy, I believe, right? So let's see here. You can go ahead and tell me what's going on here in this scene.
As Yi is kind of trapped within herself, Vengeance forcing her down. All she experienced, all she remembers is that her head hurt severely before just a momentary blackout. And she was back. Keltiel was checking on her to make sure she was okay. Same with Wrath, though Wrath was overly affectionate. And Yuya eventually saying that she's okay. They moved on out of the room. They found Lycos. And the four traveled further into the manor, walking down halls, taking corner after corner, walking up steps, down steps. And you didn't know how long it had been, as they were just idly chatting every so often. Very simple answers coming from Wrath and Hunter and Keltiel. And Yuya was mostly lost in thought, planning on how to deal with the witches once they came to that. And she doesn't know how long they've been walking. Not sure if she would notice, but probably eventually. If looking around.
Where are we? Are we gonna get to them yet? I think it's been a while.
Can you go ahead and make a willpower check with Yuya? And one with Vengeance as well. I think Vengeance is pretty distraught. Let's give her like a -3.
Alright. Yeah, especially after Wrath's talking about banishing her.
She's hardcore.
Vengeance stays strong, and Yuya just keeps wandering.
So it's going to be up to Vengeance. She's wandering out in the woods for a little while, and what does she want to do?
Vengeance, thinking that she's finally lost them. At one point, she's going to kind of scale one of the trees in the dense forest and basically try to hop between at least a few and try and get rid of her trail. And once she thinks she's at least lost most of it, she's actually going to circle back around and head back towards the manor, keeping an eye out for the other three and making her way towards where she thinks the witches are.
So she's going to try to sneak by them.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Let's go ahead and do a concealment check or a perception check, and then everybody else do a perception check to see if you can find her.
Yeah,
Or-
I think Wrath is going to be scanning for her with his astral sight, if that makes sense.
Cool, yeah.
Okay.
Target number. She's not making it easy.
She's really not.
This is the thing I'm good at,
This
though.
is just hide and seek. Oh!
He finds her. So, is that the only one that saw? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I'd say she's kind of hunkered down a bit, and she's trying to keep eyes out, looking left and right with her own astral sight. And probably that's what Wrath might see in the snow. Just this pair of two glowing blue eyes. As she's scanning for them, she sneaks up towards the manor.
Yeah, Wrath has been using this skill quite a bit since he's been back and has really developed it. And at first he misses the signs of Vengeance, and just out of the corner of his eyes he catches her own eyes looking. He stops for a moment, making sure, and then he makes a hand wave to the others and points in the general direction of where Vengeance is.
Keltiel nods and follows him.
I guess all that would be left, Vengeance, go ahead and make a perception check as well to see. Are you guys trying to sneak up on her then?
I mean, might as well just...
Right.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess she'll try to spot them. That's kind of what she's waiting for in case.
That's a dex check for stealth, I'm guessing.
Concealment will be a perception.
Oh, perception. Okay. Not that great at that either. Yeah.
No.
Alright, so... Vengeance, you do notice them coming back. He's trying to sneak up on you now. And he's seen you as you're passing through the trees. Coming back up the hill towards the manor.
Yeah, she knows she needs to get in there. That's her primary goal. Staying out here only delays the inevitable. And I guess she's just going to attempt to beeline past them and back up to the manor.
Yeah, Wrath just as he's... Wait! Stop! Stop!
And Vengeance just keep going. She's not going to stop for him. Not anymore.
Alright, dex check. Everybody do the dex check again. See if you can catch her.
Oh. Well.
Oh, it took a really bad roll for us to get
Not
lucky.
this time.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Oh,
Holy
Andre, you can try to
shit,
do
you
that
have a
pen.
D20? Wow.
Hunter will try to get into range to get a pinning shot, try to go through the leg, ankle, whatever he can get with an arrow shot.
Yeah. And go for the D20.
And I'm going to deadeye it. Do not care if it hurts.
Hunter, you shot her through the femoral artery. No!
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Oh, nice.
And that definitely gets through her armor there. I think her toughness, 18.
That's
21.
just to hit. We haven't rolled damage yet.
Oh, I thought that was damage. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I should die.
I can still miss. Just not that time.
Yeah, so he is able to pin you with that attack, and that actually lets Wrath and Kiltiel catch up to her.
Yeah, Wrath.
Vengeance.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so Vengeance is struggling as just the arrow goes right through her leg, pinning her into the ground. And she lets out a yelp of pain as the blood starts to pour from the wound. She's trying to yank out this arrow and cursing this mortal body for the pain that she's in. She's trying to yank it out, not able to in time as Wrath and Keltiel come up.
Keltiel's pulling out a dart, and she looks to the other two. I could put her to sleep, but she would not wake up for days.
We will need you, yeah.
And she nods. I don't know what to do. I can't banish Vengeance while she's still in that body.
I can try to excise her. It is not something I am good at, though.
And as you're speaking, there's the shudder in Vengeance's body, and there's a sudden gasp as a scream kind of rips out of their throat. Oh god! What the hell? What's in my leg?
Wrath is still astral sighting Vengeance. Is it Yuya or Vengeance speaking?
It would be you,
Okay.
yeah.
Wrath, like, he looks at the arrow and looks at her and says, I can't take it out, not yet.
If you are really Yuya, then heal yourself.
The one thing that I need to check before she heals herself is exactly how much damage that hunter did in comparison to her total.
A lot.
105 minus your armor.
Yeah. So that'd be 18 with toughness. Okay, only 64%. All right. We good. So, yeah, Yuya, her hands are trembling and, covered in her own blood. And you can see the light, that white light that's been associated with her healing all this time wrap around her as she heals herself. What's going on?
Vengeance. She took over your body again. She is attempting to betray us to the witches.
You must expel her from your body, Yuya. She's too dangerous.
What?
And Yuya looks to Wrath, and there's already tears kind of forming in her eyes from the pain. Your vengeance. I couldn't do that to her. Not after all you've been through.
Wrath takes a very deep breath, but his expression is very cold. She has betrayed the Maker. He shakes his head. There is nothing I can do. It matters not what happens here today. Her punishment will be eternal. She is no longer an angel.
And Yuya kind of looks down. At this point, besides the arrow being in her leg still, she's fairly healed. She looks down the arrow and looks to Wrath.
If we do this, she's going to be permanently fallen, and I'm not sure what the witches are going to do with the rest of her, because I'm only holding part of her.
They must not get all of her. Maker's will. We must destroy the witches and send Hesmidal to hell. There is no other way. She has made her choice. It is between her and the Maker now. I am sorry for bringing this upon you all. I did not know.
No one could have Wrath.
Yuya takes a deep breath before ripping the arrow out of her leg.
Alright, I'll try to get her out. Or if one of you can help me. I'm not sure I can perform an exorcism on myself.
He frowns. I can try, but I am just not very adept at it.
Hold her hand, Wrath. Many of these things, the skill can be shared. Let yourself just be the focus.
He nods, instantly reaching out and take Yuya by both her hands, looking at her in the eyes with a sad smile.
Yuya twines her fingers with Wrath's, looks up to him.
I'm sorry. I wanted to help the both of you. I really did.
He simply says, I know. It matters not. You are the chosen one. Boy. Yeah.
Oh,
Big oof.
I'm rolling a lot of ones already.
Yikes.
Get him out.
And you're able to. You guys can hear me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're able to, without resistance, expel her at your will, since she's not a demon. You see the essence come out of you, and then it flies off down the hallway as quickly as possible.
no time to banish.
I mean, you can try that if you want to.
Yep.
Hey,
Can we work on it with, I guess, combo it with sisters?
Yeah, we'll hold hands and combo it.
So Yuya is holding Rat's hand in one, Keltiel's in the other.
Vengeance. I'm sorry. You're banished from this plane. This mortal coil. You will remain fallen for all of eternity. I'm sorry.
May Gana have mercy on your soul, Vengeance.
Highest one was a 26. Yeah, you can see her streaming down the hallway like she's trying to escape, and then you can see her dissipate. What's that look like, I guess?
So, Vengeance's essence hurrying away from the group, trying just to get back and become whole again. And the two sisters join hands and chant towards Vengeance. Her essence pauses and just dissolves in midair, becoming more and more transparent until there's nothing left of her.
Rogue, would I know where that would send her? Would that send her to hell, or would it send her to heaven?
You believe that it would send her to heaven, but you're not sure. Questionable since her latest actions and stuff. But it's strange that it dissipated right at the foot of that statue, too.
Yeah. I hope she returns to the Maker, and he is forgiving.
Maybe we can get what remains of her soul from the witches and try and cleanse that. This isn't her fault. Not all of it.
If the Maker is wise and just, then he will judge her not only according to her actions, but by how much influence the witches had on her. This may not be her fault. She seems a little reluctant to admit that, but concedes.
Yeah. She has changed since she has been here. It is not the Vengeance that I know. We are not perfect beings, but he looks down, looking fairly morose. I hope she is well. Come, There is no more time to discuss this. Yuya, are you well enough?
I am rest.
She places a hand on his arm.
I'll be okay.
He nods, looks over to the semi-translucent form of Hunter, and then back to Keltiel. It is time then. Come. Let us bring justice.
Yes. It's time. She still hasn't really let go of Yuya's hand, but she gives it one final squeeze. I'm glad to have you back, and yourself.
I am as well, sister. I'm glad to see this through to the end with all of you.
She swallows hard before making her way towards the doors and inside.
Do you remember where vengeance was taking us? Where she was headed?
Would you know that, Rogue?
Make an intelligence check. See if you can pull that from her thoughts, perhaps. I'd say target number 6.
Wow.
Ah.
He is rolling great tonight.
Yeah, you can't recall. Well, I mean, above the obvious, she was going past that statue for sure.
She pinches her brow and shakes.
No, everything's foggy.
There's so much that's been missing the past few days.
I would say it's a relief to be just me, but there is a comforting aspect about vengeance being there.
And Keltiel tries to suppress a shudder as she says that. It is better this way, sister. You are strong enough to stand on your own. She must have been headed this way, at least. And she points past the statue.
Yeah, Wrath. Now that they're going inside, he draws his sword and slings his shield.
Hunter knocks an arrow and looks down into the passageways. And we should take caution. Be on guard. He knocks the arrow. I'll lead.
Wrath nods. You two follow me. He looks at Kelt. Protect her at all costs.
She snorts. Like you have to tell me. Then nods.
As you guys move into the chamber, you notice the statue of Beogard there. Blood all over the floor. It's been dried for quite some time. Stone steps lead up further. Cold draft moves through the passageways. The passage to the right up here seems very dark and quiet. This chamber before you must be the Great Hall, where many dinners were once had here, of the feast hall. Oddly enough, it seems warm and inviting. The light does.
Can Wrath astral sight and look around and see?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he'll look through the walls and all that stuff.
And everybody make a willpower check as well.
Is this resisting any kind of fear?
This is resisting the effects of mental powers. If get any bonuses for that.
I do.
It's fear-based attacks related to spells, items, abilities. If it's
Yeah, you'll get
it does.
that.
Okay.
Is this a fear thing? Because we've got potions for that.
Not fear, but mental, kind of
Okay.
mental magic types things.
Does mental defense add into that, or no?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I have to find the correct dice for this.
So I rolled a 17 on the astral sight.
Oh, nice. Sweet. And anybody that got below a 10, basically.
Ooh, drop one of the d20s there, so it'd be 20 for me.
I've also got sense presence, Rogue, so once we get within that range, I could probably feel them.
Okay.
Yeah, I have that too.
You definitely sense a presence in the feast hall up here. You sense kind of several. It does seem warm and inviting. To Wrath, I'm going to whisper this, and whoever got lower than a 10, you can see and smell food up ahead. It smells very, very good food. Makes you feel very comfortable.
Yeah.
What does Keltiel sense?
Yeah. What do I see as well? I rolled a 17.
Keltiel senses the presence in there. You don't sense anything like evil or malicious or anything like that yet. But Wrath, you can see the chamber looks totally different astrally. It looks dead and cold, and rotten food on the tables, very hollow.
Yeah. At first he starts walking that way, just kind of instinctively, and then he looks and he stops. There's some foul magics about. My mind is clouded. That room is nothing but death, but it looks like home. An illusion. He grabs Yuya's arm. Don't go forward.
Yes, that is not real. I felt a tug at my mind, but it dissolved.
What? I just feel so comfortable.
No,
It is not.
It is an illusion.
All right.
I will scout the way. See what is there.
Are you going to do it visible or invisible?
I'm gonna be sneaky. So Hunter will try to sneak up and look and see if he can see anything in the room.
Yeah, go ahead and do your concealment. Alright, you notice that there are lots of spider webs, cobwebs all over the walls and on the ceiling, and you do not see anything yet. Any type of movement at all. You notice that the bowls of food and everything, everything's rotten, you know, especially since everybody's pointed out the magic.
Yeah, Hunter looks around a bit, waits a moment, doesn't hear anything, waves behind him to him to follow. Nothing.
There is
Rotten.
someone there. There is something.
Am I seeing anybody in there?
Not until you get about right there, and then you notice up above you guys on the ceiling a creature with many eyes, a tyrant spider, up kind of hidden in the webs and stuff like that. Many small ones crawling on the outsides, but like 1,000 little babies and stuff like that all over the place. But that's the one that would cause a problem, of course.
Yeah, Rat just looks up. There's a spider up there. Many eyes. I'm waiting to ambush us, more than likely.
Yeah, you can feel pretty much it must be one of the minions of the witches. Everybody can go ahead and roll a niche.
Ooh boy. Almost missed it.
And spiders.
The tyrant spider.
I will spend an SP to add D6 to initiative on continuum from, I think it's first strike. Yeah.
Nice.
How big is the spider?
It's probably about the size of like 3 of you together.
Big. How long has it been since we got banished vengeance, basically?
Probably only like a few minutes. 5 minutes or so. So Hunter, you get to go first as it starts to move.
Yeah, Hunter, wanting to get the jump on it quickly, will slip through. What? Will slip through and try to move quickly through the room, aiming up, and we'll start firing some dead-eye shots up at the spider as it's up there. This is the first one.
Alright, since it's a giant target, I'll take its negative defenses off. First attack is a hit. Nice. And second attack.
Yes. Another dead eye.
That's another hit.
And then one more with 2 frenzy for good measure.
Three hits. Alright. What's it look like? Is 3 arrows pound into it. Not killing it, but...
So Hunter sprints into the room, immediately takes up behind the bench and just starts firing shots, just trying to hit around the eyes, head, and pricking into the spider multiple angles as it ruptures several portions of the body.
Alright, Keltiel.
I'm still gonna hold my spell. I'll just move up to where I can see. Wait, I didn't have to go that far. And I'm going to just throw 4 of my witch fires since I need to get rid of them.
This was your held spell, the 4
Oh, no. This isn't. Do I need to do that one before I do this one?
No, you can hold on to it. So you're throwing up some spell and holding it kind of above your shoulder, and then you're throwing your witch fire.
Yeah,
How many did you throw?
4.
Jesus.
It's just witch fire.
That's a so the damage is times 2 on those witch fires, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be 4 of those, which is combo damage. So that's going to be times 8 and then times 2. So 16 total. You can just put 16 in power damage.
Just a little witch fire.
That actually ends it.
We don't have time for this, she says. Just throws the witch fire.
Yui looks to Keltiel with a bit of amaze.
Oh, shoot. Good job.
And she just gives her a little smile. Spiders I can handle. It's these witches I'm worried about.
I'm glad you handled the spiders. I don't like them much.
Not even gods like spiders.
I hope not. When I die, I don't really want to see any spiders when I'm up there.
You notice the flames, they curl all the cobwebs away, and all the little baby spiders, they all crawl off into little holes and hide. Some of them burn up in their fire as well, falling to the floor in little embers. And this creature curls up, dead, on the floor, still burning. You can hear a screech and a cackle down the hallways, one of rage, it sounds like. And you start to hear movement in the passages. One here and another here of this passage, if you can see those 2 bleeps.
Mhm.
You start to hear what sounds like something coming. What do you guys want to do?
We should prepare, and Hunter's gonna try to get some shots lined up on the corridor.
You said they're coming from left, right, and top?
Yeah, there's this passage here and this passage here. You can both hear movement from those.
I've still got Bane Salve for anyone who wants it.
What does it do?
It adds a d8 to your weapon damage, and that'll
Oh.
get multiplied if you get multipliers.
Unfortunately, I don't really have any weapons.
Well, I mean, I would take it. Can I do that and war powder?
I mean, this
Mhm.
goes directly on your weapon.
Oh yeah, give it to me, please.
I've got a ton of it, so.
Yeah.
While Wrath snorts some more powder, Yui is going to see if she can quickly move some of these tables so they're angled so they can like kind of crouch behind and have cover from both the top and the left there.
Oh, good idea, sister.
It's a bit heavy. The arms aren't very strong.
She's yanking on the tables pretty hard.
I'll help you.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm gonna cast Regeneration on Yuya.
Okay.
Just a precaution, sister.
So I'm
Taking
gonna
my job.
take the stuff on my blade, snort war powder, and drink spirits of strength. So I'm plus d8 plus 6. So I'm getting crunked, ready to fight here.
Nice.
Angel dust.
Yeah.
Bolivian marching
Yeah.
powder.
Say hello to my
And-
little friend.
So just throwing the table over there and inhaling some powders, wiping some on the blades. Hunter, you've been guarding the whole time?
Yeah, I've just got a shot lined up. First thing that comes around that corner.
All right, cool. So we'll go ahead and start with you then. If guys give me a new initiative roll. Actually, Hunter, you can add a +5 for your guarding.
Oh, what the fuck is that? I think first strike sounds good again too.
Yeah.
I would like to go first.
Better initiative than usual.
So you said, what do I have +5? And then I spent for the... So
And then you can put a D6 in there
5
too.
plus D6? Okay.
And they're all going to go with Nalyubin.
Oh my.
Well, there's no doubt
goodness.
about who's going first.
I guess that's working out for you. So yeah, that thing comes around the corner. Certainly, you guys have known enough anyway, Keltiel and Yuya, about the magic. That it's this was a necromancy creation. If there's a necromancer still left among the witches, that was definitely her minion. The creature that comes around the corner, the Thorn Abomination, looks like something that she created upon one of the black altars. You guys have fought one of the abominations before. When you fought Lycos, he had 2 of them. So it erupts around the corner with half scorpion, half man, and a big tail sticking out the back. It has a spear with it in its hand, and coming down the hallway, you can see the glowing eyes of one of the bone mages. That's been created. So go ahead, Hunter. What do you do when it comes around the corner there?
We're gonna go with... We're gonna burn Frenzy. We're gonna do a 6-shot combo. I'm gonna call Wrath.
Oh, nice.
So,
Rat's like, I'm right here. That was a dad joke.
no, I picked up on that.
And wrath is low.
I will battle edge that, I think.
That was my terrible joke that forced you to roll that.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think I'll frenzy edge that because that's pretty bad.
All right. So you got to beat a 15. Nice.
Oh, okay. All right, that pays off. And then I said I would wrath it, so it's another SP. So it'll be times 8, I think. Yes.
That was a
It'll
4-hit
be-
combo? Yeah.
It was a 6-hit combo.
Oh, okay, so it's going to be 12. 2 power and then 6 combos.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that'll be 12.
All right. Processing. Did not come up? Okay, let's try again. Work, please. That's better.
Nice. Looks about that. You took it down like pretty bad. It looked, what's that look like?
So Hunter just fires them 2 at a time, shooting arrows into this thing as it comes around the corner. Just peppering it with arrows.
And Keltiel.
Keltiel's gonna let off her held spell, which is the split image and also the shield wall.
All right.
So she has a double now, and she's got a +2 to defense.
Summon Redhead. Cool. So she throws one next to her and puts a small shield around her hands. And anything else from Kelt?
That's all her actions, so that's what she's doing. Oh, she'll battle chant, but
Okay. And then Yuya.
So I'll use, let's see, spend that 10 mana to get Celestial Armor. And after doing that, let's see, what does Mirror Shield do?
That is a very good defensive spell for blocking magical attacks. I think it's up to +6 to defend magic. Let me check. Any magical spells will fly at you that hit within that +6 will scatter. You roll the scatter dice and it flies off of your mirror shield in a random
Ooh.
direction. So it could be
Yeah,
dangerous
probably
to friends, but it's good defense.
Maybe not. I'll just do probably the usual. And up at the whatever's up here, she's going to cast her astral hand cannon.
At the Bone Mage here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no. I don't know if I think I have I have vengeance attached to this token.
Up to this token here.
Yeah, it's not here, yeah.
Okay, let me grab. That's weird.
Yeah.
Let me see if this works real quick. Does that work?
No.
Huh.
I still have
That is weird.
oh wait, I'm really done. I didn't hit cast. I'm sorry.
Oh.
It's been a while.
That's alright. That's confusing. Have an attack and cast.
So she'll start firing aether bolts over the way of the Bone Mage.
Alright, you notice the Bone Mage like throws up its staff and tries to defend, but some kind of shield wall as well, but it passes it.
Good.
That's gonna do an extra ×2 power damage, so whatever your level is. It'll be 18.
It 19 with the prayer bow.
Awesome. Nice.
Is that alright? And she can't see any more behind it, so she'll just fire another aether bolt at it.
Okay. You can see it seems to be like shatter into his shoulder and almost knock him down. Or it does knock him down.
Oh, good. My goodness.
His staff, he's able to block the bolts as it flies into his shield. Shield
Yeah,
wall.
that's so I think that's all I'll do for Yuya for this turn.
Hey, Rogue.
She-
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I thought you were done. Go ahead, finish.
But she just she'll try and duck down behind the table afterwards. After she fires a few shots, one hitting into the Bone Mage, knocking it down.
What I was going to say, Rogue, is I forgot that setting off the hold spell still left me with 3 other actions. That's the point of the hold spell.
Okay, yeah.
Would I be able to do that?
Yeah, you wanna unleash him? Go for it.
Yeah, I'm mostly just I'm gonna go for a triple ignite on him. Just try to light up the hallway behind him by setting him on fire.
Okay. How many of these are there at him?
3.
And he tries the same thing as he's like getting up. He raises up the thing, his shield. And it shatters him on the shield. And he aims at you. You are going to get plus 4 cover from that table because you guys set it up in advance. From his bone spear.
She might get 1+ for being within 2 inches of me, or 1.5 inch.
Nice. Yeah, so you'll get plus 5 cover then. Oh, that was almost. Oh.
I'm actually
You got a critical
too
defense.
far away, but that didn't matter.
Fire back.
Yeah.
Can I shoot back at him?
Yeah, you get credit defense. You can
Oh my
fire back.
god.
I'll show you.
Slinging spells.
Freaking spell gunslingers.
Yeah, she'll just do it again. Oh, she only gets 1 action though. So
Yeah, only one, but
I'll do the cold potion.
okay. Got him.
Is the times 10 already calculated in there?
No, you'll have to put it in there. And what's that look like as it kills him?
That would be pretty cool. So she goes to cast her triple ignite on him, and he just kind of whips it away with his staff, and a bone spear goes flying at her. And as she dodges, she reaches into her alchemist belt and, almost without taking time to aim, hurls it directly at him. And as she hits him, he becomes encased in ice and then shatters and falls to the ground in pieces.
Nice. And it is Raph's turn.
Well, I'm gonna charge this big thing over here. He just rushes past Hunter. He's got this white powder all over his face. Ah! Is this undead, by the way?
It is.
Okay, cool. If I hit, it's gonna be nice. First is a heavy attack.
Yes. And it tries to throw up its spear to block the attack.
That's a
And it
hit.
does not.
So, okay. I'm going to do destruction as well.
Yes.
So this is going to be a times 7 to my attack. Let me try and knock that down. Alright, I spent my SP. Here we go. Damage. Listen.
Little known fact.
Modifier 1d8 plus 6 for modifier damage.
Oh, what's that look like? Is he
Wow.
He just runs, clank, 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 and just takes his sword and just runs it through the thing. Right through the chest, breaks through all its carapace and thorns, and he just rips it out. And as it's kind of falling to the ground, he just does a backstroke with his sword and cuts off the head.
That's awesome. I hope you guys appreciate that. Took me 30 minutes to create that guy.
Didn't even get to go.
Damn!
Wow, wow.
He just got wrath.
GM's curse.
Yeah, that is.
He got wrath and hunted. The next Nalyubin goes. You just notice a mist fly through and then appear in front of the table there. Before you guys, you remember seeing this spirit before, I think, in a vision. It takes him 2 actions actually to form back into his physical form, almost like the same form as Hunter, though. So you can tell he's a spirit. He is going to roll a d6. 1, 2, 3 will be Yuya. Actually, 1, 2 will be Yuya. 4, 5. Math. Counting.
Yeah, 1, 2,
You're
3,
correct.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
If you're
5,
doing the split image,
Yeah.
it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're right.
Yeah.
Roll a 6 or a 5, please. No.
Stop it.
He's going to Keltiel. He has in his hands a polearm, a big pike that appears, and he's going to try to impale Keltiel with it.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know he was there.
Oh no.
All
You
right,
got an
what
extra-
what bonus do I get from the table?
No bonus at this point when he's on you,
top
but
of it.
you have a +2 to shield wall, I think. Is it?
Yep. It's not good enough.
Alright.
All right.
96.
She soaks. I think I'm at 27 on the armor now.
96 minus 27 is 69.
Nice.
Lucky 60.
So he like stabs into your right arm, which knocks you to the ground, and he's going to use his Burn 2 Frenzy actually to try to attack Yuya with the same type of attack.
Oh no.
Or, you know what, I should roll between you and the split image, shouldn't I?
Okay.
Let's do
1,
that.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right.
Well, it should be all of us. I mean, my split image fell down too.
You know, you're right. Keltiel is just honorable like that. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nice.
Nice, it's going at your split image.
Gotta dodge.
So you'll still roll your normal dodge, Keltiel. Jeez. He can't roll under a 19.
Jeez.
So he stabs through the split image and it dissipates. And that is it for now. It is the hunter's turn.
Hunter will grip his bow, begin concentrating, and the bow begins to become much like him, incorporeal, slowly melting into the same sort of shimmer. Gonna go ahead and use that spirit bow, and seeing Nalyubin pull up onto the table, Hunter's gonna get into a better area to shoot at him. And all right, going to do Deadeye shot, but we're gonna do a double shot. So it'll be a single target Deadeye for the +4 power damage with 2 arrows.
Nice.
That'll be the first action. And it'll be the spirit bow as well for... He is a spirit?
Yeah.
Okay. So it'll be ×2 to the damage as well if it hits him. Alright, so Deadeye Master, all Deadeyes are ×3. Double shot is ×4, and then ×2 from the Spirit Bow, so ×9 total.
Deadeye. All of them would be added together.
Yep.
Double shot is 2. That's
Double
4.
shot's 4. So I have Deadeye Masters ×3.
Okay, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
And then what's after Deadeye Master?
Spirit Bow.
Yeah.
The Spirit Bow, yeah. So it's because I have a Deadeye Master, double shot. So I guess double shot would be ×4 damage then, just straight up. And then ×2 from the Spirit Bow. I'm just trying to get all these multipliers figured out.
Yeah, I think double shot is ×2.
The double shot says fire 2 arrows or bolts into a single target with a Deadeye for ×4 power damage.
Oh. Well, then I am wrong. 4. Yeah, go with your ×9 then. Let's do
Okay.
that. I didn't play this game. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh boy, alright.
19. Is that to, no.
I do want to clarify to make sure. So because I have Deadeye Master, do I just factor in the double shot damage, the ×4 then, instead of both those? Because that's what I was doing to get ×9. If it's just ×4, then forget it. But
All,
I was trying to figure this out.
all power damage is added together. Just to sum it.
Right. But so double shot says 2 arrows into a single target with a Deadeye for ×4 power damage. But I do have Deadeye Master, it's just ×3 for regular Deadeye. I'm just trying to figure out, do I count both of those or just one of them? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So
Oh, okay.
I
You
just
would
don't want to
add-
do too much damage or not enough. You know what I mean?
Right. It would be ×5, actually.
Okay, very good.
That's right.
So Ty, you were right then. Ty, it's ×7 after the Spirit Bow. Okay, we're done with numbers. Roll the damn thing.
Numbers.
The numbers, Mason.
Really fucking weird.
It's all good. I think that's the first time you've used it, right?
Yep.
Nice. 161. It's a nice wound.
And then Hunter will fire another Deadeye shot, regular.
Another hit. Oh. Another nice wound.
And 2 more Frenzy for 1 more.
Those are 3 hits. Yeah. Another nice wound. He's still alive, or existing on this plane.
And that's going to be it for Hunter.
Alright. That is Yuya's turn. So you can see some light shooting out of his wounds and stuff like that.
And she sees Keltiel get pierced by it. And she's about to panic and go for her sister, but she just turns to this creature and just frowns deeply. You're not gonna win this one. And I'm going to do Absolution.
Ah. Gonna absolute his ass.
Absolutely. Oh my god. Is there... Do I have anything to roll that?
Wouldn't even matter at that point.
God. Oh no.
Is that a physical defense?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see if there's anything like a magic talent.
Are you an expert? Yeah,
No.
there's a
Well,
spell mastery.
No, unfortunately, I don't have.
Yeah, spellmaster.
Shit. Nope, I don't have it.
He does aim his staff at you,
Ooh.
or his pike.
Yeah,
And
the words. Sorry, go ahead.
He casts a spell from it for one action. So it's called Ice Lance. He
Physical?
fires. Yeah, he fires the Ice Lance from it at you. That is a physical defense.
Yeah.
Oh! Do this again. She dodges out of the way. Her tongue kind of got twisted before. She rolls out of the way, and she'll fire an Aether Bolt at him in response.
There's a lot of riposte actions going on.
Yeah.
Gives me. It makes me nervous.
That's a hit. It does. And that'll be extra 2 in there as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
So as he kind of goes after her, firing this ice spear at her, she dodges out of the way and raises her hand, casting an Aether Bolt at him again. And she'll, I guess for her last action, she'll do the same thing.
Aether Bolt.
Ah, the Aether Bolts. Oh.
Oh no, is that a
Nope.
That's a metal one.
Astral.
You need that reroll.
You do have an Astral Link.
I'm gonna use it.
He can't reroll. His defense just sucks up some extra mana, I think. But
It's okay.
correct it.
Oh, good. Because he also gets negatives to things.
He's hit now.
Yeah. He has to make a body save, or else he's going to lose 1d4 from mini action.
He makes it.
So I think he just loses 1. I'll lose 1 to body.
Okay. And what does that look like as it kills him?
Yeah, so Yuya just rolls out of the way and fires the first one into his shoulder, beams of light just shining on the 2 of the sisters. And afterwards, she almost mixes up the words, even though she said them countless times, and fires for a final time into its chest as the Nalubin just bursts with light before crumbling to ash onto the table.
And after that, Wrath, you do hear the shouting of the witches. They're coming!
Yeah.
And down that hallway.
Yeah, he just. They're this way. And he'll wait for everyone to gather, but he's ready to move.
Yeah, I guess Yuya is going to quickly drink a mana potion to get back to 25.
Here's sister. She'll hand her one of her random mana regeneration things. Let's see. How about some Eldar root? That'll give you 20.
Thank you.
And witch hazel. Neither of those will do you any harm, and that does you 12 mana.
I just see Keltiel walking around with like all these pouches and bottles hanging off of.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah, eat this.
Explosive hazard warning.
Yeah. Wait a minute, don't eat that one.
No, not that one. This one. Why do these two herbs look so similar?
Yeah, she'll eat it, not questioning Keltiel.
Okay.
So 32 plus you've got 12 mana regen every round for the next 25 minutes or so.
Awesome.
All right.
Didn't
guys
Yuya get regeneration cast on her earlier too?
Yep.
For hit
Generation
points?
for
Yeah.
Hit
for
points,
hit
yep.
She's already full, but
Okay.
still.
So we'll just remember that. Yuya's got regen and what else? Regen mana and regen hit points?
Yeah, and I've had regen mana going. Mine's probably almost tapped out in 5 minutes or so, but...
So is it just double for Astral Mirror? Is it double the amount of mana eaten?
I'm sorry?
For Astral Mirror, is it double the amount of mana that's used?
I believe it is 4d6. Let me see real quick. That's talent. Original talent, magic talent, Astral Mirror is Astral Mirror. 1 saga point is Astral Mirror. Mana, Astral Link, 4d6 mana. The Astral Link is 4d6 mana.
Okay.
Yep, that's right. So whatever you roll on 4d6. So I guess Wrath, you're seeing them kind of chug some vials and stuff, and you and Hunter. Are you guys gonna wait for them though?
Yes. Splitting up is not a good idea.
Yeah. And you can hear some commotion in there, and it sounds like what shouting of magical words, incantations of protection or something. They must be throwing up. You guys are free to head on into that way.
Do you want me to go first, Hunter, or do you want to go first?
You would go first.
Alright, here we go.
I think I might have something for this. Before I go charging on,
Okay.
might bless people.
Give me that hard flesh, yo.
Alright. Give me the hard body.
Angel glisten.
What does that give me? Does that give me extra armor? Is that what that does?
I think it gives you 5 toughness.
Okay,
or
5 toughness.
makes it hard.
Definitely.
And
About to fight. What else would do that?
I'm going to ooh, I don't want to lose too much SI. Ooh, I think I can hold spells too.
Yeah, 4 actions.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do my Ring of Mirror Shield.
Okay, yeah.
Right before we get in there.
That'd be an awesome idea, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I've been waiting for that.
And like I was saying before, I mean, it could be dangerous too. Could scatter off if it hits within that, that shield bonus. But then again, if you get a natural 20, you can redirect their spell right back at them.
Oh, it just says that it does +4 magic defense for 4 rounds. Does it do something else specifically?
Is it? Oh, I'm thinking about Mirror Shield.
It says Ring of Mirror Shield, but
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what it does. That's actually what it does. If it hits within that 4, it has to hit within that 4, though. If you, like, highly defend it, you just knock it out of the way.
Okay.
But there is a chance.
Just don't get hopefully nobody will be around me besides bad guys. So if it hits off my mirror shield, could it hit an enemy too?
It is possible, yeah. Just you'll have to roll scatter die.
Yeah, cool.
I'm gonna cast Shield Wall on myself.
Yeah, I'll cast regeneration on myself since I've still got mana regen going.
There it
And
is.
yeah, Hard Flesh on on Wrath.
So that's +5 toughness, yeah. Okay.
And how long do you think it's been since? Probably doing this as quick as possible, I'm guessing.
Since when?
Just since the mana regen was cast.
When was that cast?
Just
It
a
was
couple
cast-
minutes ago, maybe. Like, it's probably only been a few rounds.
Yeah, if it's one of those that lasts like 30 minutes, you don't have to worry about them.
Yeah, she just wants to know how much mana she's
Yeah.
gotten back. It's one.
Oh, okay.
How many rounds of mana regen?
Yeah, you can do like a 6 rounds, I guess.
Okay.
And then
Got it. Oh,
who's going first? Into the
I
dark
am, I
room.
believe. I believe that's what we decided.
Alright, here it is. As you move into this chamber, this looks like an old map room. You can see on the table there's the map of Koth. Globes, strange things all over the table, alchemical stuff and some food. Potions, vials all over the walls.
Anybody
a-
in this room?
No. Seems to be 2 passageways over here that lead through here. There's a mirror on the wall. And a couple of columns in here. Looks like some damage, some fighting has gone on in here. Some spell damage on the walls, it appears.
Hunter puts a spectral hand on Rath's shoulder and wait, traps. And is going to try to check the room, see if anything has been set up.
Okay, go ahead and make a trap roll.
Oh, wow.
You do see several magical glyphs on the ground, hidden very, very well, that would set off a whole combination of traps that would probably blow this whole entire room up with red magic.
He will point out where they are, and can you see a clear path through it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can you mark that for me?
And it would require pretty much a dex check with just no fail of moving through the room.
Follow my steps, then you can take lead again.
Okay.
Yeah, I will try not to fail.
What do we need?
Just don't botch.
Oh, that's all.
I'm gonna telekinesis me and Yuya instead of doing mine.
Oh.
Hey. Wow.
Okay.
Scary.
You can do a willpower check.
Well, this is with a spell.
Yeah, you might still have to do a willpower check on you, like to hold her
Okay.
and guide her
Oh,
through.
okay. Gotcha.
But I think you get 2 dice on willpower. It'd probably be a better idea. Famous last words.
Ooh, don't drop me.
Scary.
Yeah, you have a better chance of not failing.
Now I have to. Was that just for me? Do I have to roll for you too?
Yeah.
I won't let you fall, sister.
You.
She's all gentle with it and everything.
Yui's a bit surprised. She's being lifted across the room. She doesn't fight it.
Yeah, there's either of these 2 passageways, whichever one you want to take.
Do we hear it coming from any particular way with their shouting and cackling?
It seems louder from this way. This seems to possibly diverge a little bit, this passage.
Yeah, Hunter points. I think they're there.
And that was the northeast one? Oh, that one.
Mm-hmm.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. Then he's...
And you hear, once you get up to that point, you can see a bath chamber. The water's all frozen over in this chamber. And just beyond that, you can see the light kind of glimmer, moving on the walls, some green hazy light. The flames are green in this chamber, and you can hear one of the witches, "Hurry, put the girl on the altar and slice her throat. Be done with it already." You hear a younger voice say, "I know what I'm doing. Shut up, Anna."
Yeah, with that, Wrath just charges to the back of this wall and tries to peek around the corner. See who's talking about what.
Yeah, you notice this girl here, the youngest one, very pretty compared to Anna, the older hag, that's grabbing onto this slave girl. I believe you've seen this slave girl before, too. She ran out of the chambers when you fought Hasmediel the first time.
Yeah, she made out with Farthner. Oh, wait, that was a different girl.
Different slave girl.
Die! I think the witch was actually disguising herself like her or something like that.
Yep.
Mom.
Correct.
And they turn, and they're like, "It's too late!" And she throws the girl onto the altar, Igraine does, and starts to raise her hands in some sort of incantation. You can see directly behind her this orb on a pedestal, and you just know right away. I think some of you might have even seen it before. Yuya, you remember this as in some kind of deep dream, like it's the essence that remains of vengeance.
She'll point. Vengeance!
I get Wrath would see that and he wouldn't wait. He would charge the witch that's trying to stab her and try to interrupt their ritual.
Alright. So let's go ahead and do the initiative.
Oh boy!
God, I'm terrible at initiative.
Don't worry, friend. I'm gonna do first strike again.
Yeah. Shoot him, Ghost Hunter, please.
Ghost Hunter.
I didn't even mean to do that.
Yikes. Oh, that's alright.
I wonder if I go before Anna.
This is it. What is your dexterity, Yuya?
Oh, let me check. Just hope hers is shit.
Anna has a 17.
Oh, scrolling.
What? We didn't hear that.
For you, yeah.
Nice. So you goes first?
Yeah.
Yes.
Blast him to oblivion, please.
So she sees the orb that's trapped on the path, and seeing that vengeance is actually trapped, she's going to step up beside Wrath. Oh no, I can't see, so she's to go here. Oh my god. Nope, stay back here apparently. Alright. So she'll fire over both Hunter, Billy firing towards the orb itself. To shatter it. And basically free vengeance.
Okay. All right, go ahead and roll your attack. It does hit. You notice when it flies, it seems to hit some kind of invisible shield, and then that's when you notice the damage kind of roll around this shield, and it also illuminates some kind of magical glyph on the ground, and you can see the chains too that are even around it. You might have to defile this magic circle before you can get to it.
Yeah, she sees that kind of going on. She's not able to reach it from here. Frustrated, she'll aim to... I think it's this one that's firing, or that's about to stab the girl. The one that's directly in front of us, yeah?
Yeah, Igraine is... she seems like she's about to stab her.
She'll... I'll cast a Celestial Armor first. It's one of my actions, and then the rest of my actions are just Aether Bolts.
Okay. Aetherbolt. Aetherbolt at Igraine?
At the one, yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna use her counter spell. She shatters that one out of the air as it comes close to her.
Yuya huffs a bit before firing another Aether Bolt.
Ain't stabbing that girl.
She says, get your petty magic out of here. Priestess.
Petty! Show you petty.
Oh.
Oh.
She should have saved her counter spell with that one. She is gonna try mirror.
Did she use a counterspell on the other one?
She did.
She did.
Oh, nice.
She is done with her defenses. You have hit her with a critical.
Can I use Power Surge at this point?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
She's not undead, so she doesn't get that too. But with Power Surge and the book, I think you get 4 more if you wanted to do all 3 Power Surge.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's a crit too, right?
And it's a crit, so you can
It's like times 46 or something.
What is it, 18? What's your total?
She's 19 with a book
19.
plus 3 from Surge, so 22, 44.
So it'll be 44, yeah. Don't roll a 2 or a 1 and...
Don't say that. It's gonna happen now.
Nope.
And what's that look like as it kills her?
Yes. Gets insulted with the petty magic. And she just kind of whispers,
Kinda. Please bless this one in particular.
and the Aether Bolt rips from her hand, larger than usual, firing past Wrath's ear and just slamming into Grit's chest and just igniting her with light. She just starts screaming, flailing, as this divine energy enters her and completely decimates her body.
Nice.
Yuya looks very satisfied.
Keep magic.
That's all for Yuya.
And did I skip Anna? Yeah, it skipped Anna for some reason. There we go. Anna is she seems to be standing behind some kind of cauldron. She is going to finish the incantations of this spell, which is 3 actions. She casts a spell called Angel Fire, which throws up some protective shield around her of flames. You can see it kind of consume her, the area around her, and close her off to protect her. And then within there, she starts to do something else, but that she's finished. Then you notice another witch come into the chamber.
Who goes first?
Oh, I would have to guess Hunter.
Yeah.
What's her dex?
Her dex is 17.
31. So I think it's going to be me.
Yes.
Gotta go fast.
Don't make fun of me.
Nice.
All right. Let me see.
Actually, I should probably... Well, no. That's cool. She walks into the room.
So Hunter would start moving forward. Ooh, to get a look. Okay. Seeing everything arrayed out before him, he will move quickly, taking cover behind the pillar, and seeing the one that just came into the room here, he will start to fire off shots.
Nice. Vane in her hand, carrying some kind of blade. She appears to be a warlock.
Very well. I will do, we're going to try for, so I found out rapid fire is only 5 max for combo attacks, but I will go ahead and do that. So we'll start with that. We'll do battle edge for 1 point of frenzy, so we can reroll 2d20. And then we'll see if we're doing anything else from there.
Did you want to do all 6? You could do all 6.
I don't think it's allowed if I'm reading it a rapid fire, right? I think I've been doing it wrong, because it says for 5 attacks I can do it, so I think it's capped at 5.
Huh. I'll have to check it out, but you can do it at 6 if you want to.
Sure. I'm not going to say no to that. I'll do all 6, and then... Oh boy.
Going big.
I mean, I'll go ahead and roll the edge just to see if it's better, but
Oh man. It's a nice. Oh, nice. Alright. She only gets. She is hit.
all right, we're gonna go big. We're gonna go with Wrath and Blast. So that is ×2 from Wrath, ×6 from Shots, ×2 from Blast.
That is right. 4 blast wrath, right? Yeah. 4. And then 6 hits. So 24.
Oh my gosh.
And she's dead. What's that look like?
Holy smokes.
That's a cool point.
Oh my gosh.
So Hunter rushes into the room, ducks behind the pillar, sees Vayne come out with a very wicked-looking blade and magic in the other hand, and just begins to start firing arrows. And flying across Ethereal, one goes into the head, one goes into one of the eyes, one goes in the other eye, 2 into the neck, and then 1 goes through the chest of the heart, where the heart would be if this were not some corrupt, evil, miserable creature. And she just crumbles into the ground, falling into dust.
Damn. That was one of the baddest witches, too. Yeah, that's the highest damage that's been rolled, so he gets an instant cool point, or an instant saga
Refund!
point. And she dies horribly.
That's it.
Now
For this
it
turn.
was this one's turn.
Is it? We should check and see who's got higher dex again, because I'm tied with her. Oh no, there's another one. 5. Okay,
Yep.
gotcha. I didn't see her.
The dead
It's
one.
oily.
Willie.
Really?
Yeah, Oili. That's actually like some Norse name or something like that. It looks to be about the oldest witch. She steps forward, watching Vayne go down horribly. She attempts to get a little bit of cover behind the pillar here, and aims her staff at you. She is going to try and banish you.
Oh.
Here it
Alright,
goes.
you get a add a +2 modifier because of your ring.
She gets -3 because she doesn't know your name, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, that is right. We were talking about this before. You being able to maybe help him
Yeah.
to keep him to this world since he's bound, perhaps. That's kind of a cool idea, I guess.
So what do I do?
I guess you just roll your willpower, and he can roll his willpower, and we'll take the mean of it, add them together, divide it by 2. You guys cool with that?
Yep.
Oof.
Bro.
Yikes.
Wow. And you added the +2?
No, there's no
that'd
+2.
be 8.
Yeah.
That'd be 8. So we're looking at like an 11.
Ay. Bye-bye.
It's been nice knowing everyone.
No.
She has 2d12.
I'll summon you again tomorrow.
Can you
Yeah,
counterspell
see you later, buddy.
this or no?
No.
No,
You can't even see it.
it's not
But
divine.
she does get the -3.
She gets the -3.
Defender!
Oh no.
It's 11.
Ty goes to defender.
Oh.
By the skin
that's
of
the
your
only time she
ghost
could do-
teeth.
Yeah, that's it for her. She shouts the rite of banishment, and you can feel like the pull, on you. It kind of causes you pain for a minute almost.
Keltiel holds up the little piece of mask that's her focus, and just clenches it and grits her teeth.
Nice. And then she burns to frenzy, and she gets pissed off and throws a psychokinetic blast at you.
Does she still take the mana loss from that?
Oh, yeah. You can tell she's Wrath. You can easily see like all the gray mana flowing around this one. Hunter's going to have to dodge this with a mental defense.
Is mental defense wisdom? Or
No, it's just a
will?
mental defense. There's a mental roll. Do my defensive abilities apply to this at all?
Yeah, some of them do, like quick dot or like anticipate attack, stuff like that. I think it'll. I can pull it up.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. You're good.
Forget about it.
Yeah, she just fires this wave of energy. You can just see it go move through the room and move some of the tables out of the way, the pews out of the way, kind of shatter them. She's finished. It's Wrath's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna step one in just to see what I see here. Okay. So that was one. I kind of want to get to this one before she's able to act. So I'm going to move my full and charge up to here.
Yeah,
and then,
you notice.
Yeah, good.
You notice that one, as you get to her, she looks very similar to Keltiel and Yuya.
Yeah, he doesn't. He does not stop. He just gets to her, has his bastard sword out, his shield before him, and he takes a big swing down at her.
Nice.
If that's Mama, he doesn't care. Heavy attack.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so
She is hit.
she's not undead, right? So this is gonna be. I'm gonna use destruction. It'll be times 5. Modifier 1d8 plus 6. Okay. 5, right? Yeah.
Oh, she's still alive. That messed her up pretty bad, though. She's actually going to take a trauma hit. Do you have access to the hit location?
I believe I don't know. What does that look like? Is it a symbol?
It's a little target
I do.
symbol.
Yeah.
Her left arm. She's going to make a body save. Because she has like... Oh, she makes her body save.
Yeah.
And go ahead and roll on her arm. So
I will be attacking her again, so...
yeah,
And then...
it chops her arm off basically. Well, it's kind of hanging there, mangled. And she falls to the ground in pain.
And, yeah, as she's on the ground, he just tries to stab down into her stomach. Another heavy attack.
She does shout, "Wait, wait!" trying to stop you.
No, he does not stop.
Oh man!
Oh God!
Wrath is at his strongest when they're helpless.
He likes them when they're helpless.
Why you was so good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Damage.
She suffered minuses too.
Okay, so. And then I get ~2 for damage on that, right? For critical? Yeah, that's ×7. Shitty roll.
Oh, that would be what was your normal one ×5?
Yeah, because I'm doing
So it'd be 10.
destruction again. Oh, ×10. So it would be
It'd be
double that.
10, yeah.
Or not double, but I mean, it's going to be like.
It'd be enough to decimate her.
That's what I would figure.
So what does that look like if you kill her?
I mean, she's just laying there, and he just looks down at her. His eyes flash red for a moment. He just takes the tip of his sword, almost just sits it on there, and just pushes in like a mercy kill right into the sternum.
Yeah, and she was like, "No, wait!" And then you're like, turn the lights out in her eyes, and she falls quiet on the ground. Is that it for Wrath?
I'm gonna actually burn frenzy and throw one of my axes at Anna.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Alright. Anna has protective thing going on. Let's see what her stuff is real quick.
I'll just do a quick attack for that one. Just burn one frenzy then.
You can make it a rage if you want to burn two.
Well, I was gonna burn another one with another attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I have 2 axes, so.
Okay, she gets to add a d6. Okay. Alright. Move this out of the way here. Having token difficulties. There we go. Alright. Defense, physical. She gets an additional d6 because of her protective abilities. Alright. Yeah, you can see it shatter off of some sphere around her.
What is the possibility of throwing my second axe into the slave girl? Killing her before she can be used as a...
Yeah, you can do that as well.
I would like to do that, yeah.
She does seem to be protecting that one in that aura as well with her.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to try at least anyway.
Okay.
And this is my last axe. If you send that fire to the map layer, it'll stop fucking with you, I think. That's a hit.
That hits.
Alright. So my war powder and stuff, is that, does that, add to my damage too, and the spirits and all that stuff? For non-melee?
I believe war powder adds 3.
Yeah, I've got it all. It's just making sure it's,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so it's the
that's
same,
good.
okay. So... I might do destruction again.
Probably a good idea, yeah.
So modifier is 1d8 plus 6.
Because that'll make it ×2,
yeah.
right?
It would make it ×3 total.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
And how does it look like as it kills her?
Is she tied down, or how is it? just.
Yeah, you can see like the priestess or the witch actually has her arms, like pinning her arms down as she's struggling against her.
Yeah, so Wrath, the first axe goes end over end, misses Anna, and he thinks about it for briefest seconds, and he says a little prayer to himself and just rears back and throws the axe. Anna might believe that it's going to hit her, but it's not even aimed for her. The slave girl's head is kind of jostled around, up slightly off the slab, and it just catches her in the jaw and just cuts half her face off and sticks in her head.
And you notice Anna's screams, kind of enraged, and drops her dead body. Would be Ariel's turn, but no, it's Kelt.
All right, Kilt can't and has not seen her mother. Like, she has no idea that happened, by the way, because she can't see it. She does see this magical fire. I can't see in the book. Does Douse work on magical fire or only on regular fire? If you like tried supercharging it with
maybe yeah, you could you think that it's possible. I mean, you could go for it.
Yeah, she'll go for it. She'll do,
or you can make a thaumaturgy roll if you want to.
Okay, I'll do a thaumaturgy roll.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you think it's at least possible to throw an opening. A dispel enchantment would certainly blow it away. But it would at least create an opening of enough to get in there.
Okay. I'm gonna first do my hold spells, because this is the first time I've acted, so I'm gonna... That's the shield wall and the split image.
Summon Redhead.
Yeah. And I'll do the shield wall. Alright, so both of those go off fine. And then she'll use 4 actions, so that'll be her 3 other actions plus a frenzy to try to douse it. She'll hold out her hands and she'll concentrate as hard as she can on dousing us, a couple hexes of the shield wall.
Nice. Alright, go ahead and roll. You have an ignite button?
Ah! I have a douse button.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that works.
And that was a terrible roll. It's not worth doing the spell mastery for that, I think. So I guess that's going to be her turn.
All right.
Well, I'll try. I'll do one more frenzy and I'll cast Douse one more time. If it hits, I'll power surge it.
Okay. And 11 this time. It seems like that flame, the angel fire, is just like raging, and it seems that your magic's like bouncing off of it. It appears. Mm-hmm. That's it for Kelt?
That's it.
Nagala's turn. Nagala steps forward. She seems kind of a hunched over, strange witch. More like a shaman, and looks straight at Wrath first. She points some crooked-looking wand at you and casts a spell for 3 magic actions.
Okay, I have +4. I have my magic mirror shield or whatever, so...
Some kind of strange tentacles come flying out of her wand at you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is
mental.
it physical or mental?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
okay.
physical.
Sorry. Then I'm gonna use my shield. I will use I'll use spiritual shield or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, I did. Let me just make sure I don't.
Nice. So the tentacles basically fly out and wrap around your shield, but you're able to fend them easily. And when she pulls that back, she casts another spell at you through the wand. A large burst of electricity comes flowing out of it. And here's another physical attack.
Okay.
This would be the last remaining of her actions.
I just block normally.
Yeah.
Whew.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, he just hunkers down behind the shield, and it's like sparking. You see smoke coming off the metal almost.
That is Nagala. It is Yuya.
You can't see much from here. Let's move up. I guess, ooh, there's Nagala there. She'll fire at Nagala. She's kind of right in front of her.
That could hit Wrath from there, I think.
Oh, true. Step into the room just so I can actually see what's going on there. Oh. Pleasant. There's someone behind this pole, I think.
Yeah, there's somebody
Yeah.
right here.
That's oily.
Alright, well, she'll lean around the pole then and fire some aether bolts at Oily.
Nice.
She's training for another jab up.
Those dang aether bolts.
Ooh!
Oh,
Counterspell
shit.
that. Flying straight at her. And Oily's like, you're like, no way.
Damn it! And she'll cast.
Oily's not even gonna. Oh my!
Oh, the heroes are rising.
Saw the my aether bolt. They get them to the face.
She wasn't even gonna talk trash. She does get one more defense.
Maybe I
Yeah.
still hit.
Catch up
This
on
is
magics. That's a
Yeah,
hit.
it's still hit on a crit, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, she has to roll a crit to defend.
Let's see.
Nice. It's enough to
Yuya
knock her
kind of
down.
swings around the pole. Yeah, and she'll fire this aether bolt into her leg, taking her down, and she'll fire a third one at her.
Yeah, she doesn't even have any cover this time. She like falls out behind cover after you hit her with that last one, and tries to throw up some kind of defense, but gets hit.
Too late.
Another wound.
Unfortunately, just not getting through. That's all for Yuya. As she just keeps firing at Ayla. Which is...
Now that Anna's plan has been foiled, she drops the angel fire. Just kind of like at will. And turns to Yuya and points at her and fires a mana bolt to kind of drain all your mana.
Dodge that. I hope. I do shield wall, so that's a +2, right?
Mm-hmm. You got an extra 2. Nice. And she throws another one.
I'm gonna use counterspell on that.
Alright. So you burn a saga point, slap that one away.
Yeah, she just fires it, just dissipates as it comes towards you. Your pen's over. You sort of give up?
And then she gets angry and burns the rest of her actions. You can see twitching, and she puts both hands up like from the ground as she's like making some motion that she's going to bring something from the ground. And she casts Wall of Fire that's going to try to hit Spectre Hunter and Yuya at the same time with the remainder of her actions.
It's gone.
You had to say something.
Oh,
It's gone. It's
nice.
Oh,
What's it look like?
counterspell.
Well, what's that look like? As Kelsiel takes that out.
She can't see her sister at all, but she knows that Anna's attacking her, and she's been
That would have killed.
waiting for her to pull out the big guns, because her suspicious mind, that's what she's been expecting. And as soon as she sees her making that motion coming up from the ground, and she feels like the heat of the magical flame starting to rise, she waves her staff, and the wall of flame blows out like a candle.
Anna looks at you like just enraged. Ah! And then can't even say anything.
Now she's
so
about to
mad.
be a pincushion.
It's Hunter's turn.
Hunter peeks around the corner, seeing the witch that Yuya was against is well in hand, and Wrath is bearing down the last one that tried to shock him, and he decides to deal with the one who's let down her guard, and will begin to fire off a volley of attacks. Jedi.
Oh, nice.
Oh boy.
She's got Tathar speed.
Another one.
Nope.
Here we are.
Oh, got her. Do you have blast?
I am gonna use it.
Nice. Gotta be 5. Power 5. Ooh, that puts her to the ground.
And he will do one more with 2 frenzy for good measure. Nope.
Ah,
That's it.
Oily. Oily gets her old ass up. She kind of like waves her staff and it just lifts her up onto the ground. Benefits of being a witch. And she is going to point at Priestess Yuya and cast a mental spell, telekinesis, and try to grab Yuya. Oh, I can't hear you.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out a bit, Matt.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Not now if you're talking.
No, I was pressing button. Oh no.
Do you want to use your mental astral one combat, try to mental magic defense?
Sure. Yeah, we'll do that. Worse.
I don't think that was right.
Yes.
Something's wrong. How is that even so you rolled a 1? Wouldn't that come up as red?
Yeah, that is. Oh, was it a double
This
plus?
is a double plus somewhere, but it's not like a plus plus. It's like a d20 plus 2 plus nothing, and then
I don't think that can be right.
the other one was correct. I don't know what happened with the additional.
It
roll.
might
What's
just
been happening?
be just because my click through is so slow because of the recording, but
Hmm.
again.
That one got you.
Oh, good.
Go ahead and try to defend this one. She's going to try to throw you. You get -4 from being held, though.
Mental, right?
Yeah. Is it getting slow from...
No, it's just my recording, but yep. Oh, she's thrown.
So she's going to take 25 feet of falling damage, pretty much. As she gets thrown across the room over to there. Falling damage.
See it popping up.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't see it popping.
Yeah, I don't see any damage.
Oh my god.
Nice.
That was nothing.
I don't even think I take damage just because of the armor.
You just get toughness for this one.
Oh, just toughness. So -3, so 13.
And that was nothing. So she's going to throw the psychokinetic blast at you. Actually, yeah, psychokinetic blast at you.
Oh, I just need to see if she's knocked down. Probably.
Yeah, she's on the ground right now.
Miss.
This will be mental. -1 to be on when you're on the ground.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh no!
You is getting thrown around like a rag doll and into the fire.
Oh no.
No. Heather.
No.
Ouch.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Yep. Yeah, you is big.
What's her fortitude?
Oh god, I have to check that.
Let me check real quick.
One's
It's just,
good. Oh, where's fortitude?
it's only 3. So 189 damage.
Yeah, she's definitely just out.
-120. She's at -69.
69.
That would be killed instantly. She would get a spiritual influence roll.
And so would Keltiel.
Yeah, Keltiel gets one too.
Yeah. Go ahead and go for it. We'll save Keltiel's for when it's her turn, but you can roll yours now.
Nope. So, Yuya just gets picked up by Oily and thrown across the room. Doesn't do much, sure, but she kind of lands in this fight. And Oily firing off the psychokinetic blast. Completely, I guess, would just Yuya's mind at this point. And she screams, clutching her head as she kind of falls off the brazier and onto the ground, just bleeding from her ears, from her mouth, from her nose. And still, now no breathing, nothing.
Oily starts laughing, cackling, and it's Wrath's turn.
Wrath goes into an absolute rage as he looks at this. He kind of looks over his shoulder and sees it. He just moves down here, and I'm actually going to do a heavy attack. She's on the ground, right?
She's back standing.
He just walks up to her and just screams and swings his blade as hard as he can. Heavy attack. Yeah, I'll use destruction.
That'll be a 5er. Power 5. And what does that look like? Is she killer?
He kind of walks up behind her and swings his blade, and it just bisects her from shoulder to hip. Her guts and entrails just spill out everywhere. Yeah, just one clean slice, even though he's doing it in an absolute rage. Let's see. Can I still move?
Yeah, you still have movement.
So he immediately goes after it, rushes towards Yuya, going after Anna. He gets next to her and does the same thing, just a huge swing as he's like rushing towards Yuya. That sucked. Alright, spend 2 frenzy to do another one. Yeah, he just is just wild as he moves across there and misses that one.
That hits.
Oh, good. Which one hits?
That last one, yeah.
This
Oh.
one.
Oh, you pre-rolled the defense, I see. Okay. Yeah. So I'll do... I'll do destruction. D8 plus 6.
And yeah, what's that look like?
Yeah, he swings the first one and misses. The second one, he just turns to face her and just takes his blade. He brings the shield around the back of the woman's head, pulls her in forward, and then just drives his bastard sword into her eye socket as he's pulling her close on the top of her head with the shield. Just such a violent action. It just goes right through her head, and her head's so old it just kind of disintegrates on his blade. So easy that he can just push it through.
And it is Kelt's turn.
Yeah, she didn't see what happened to her sister, but as soon as she dies, she can feel it through their bond, their blood bond. And she just rocks back as if she was physically struck, a punch to the stomach. And instinctively, she reaches through their bond. "Don't leave me, sister!"
And you can hear Wrath screaming.
But she feels the spirit slipping away, and she runs forward. Is there anybody still in the room?
There's one left up here.
And yeah, Nagala.
Keltiel's eyes are... It's almost like there's little flames in them, and she's looking around for someone to vent her rage on. And she points it in Nagala as she pulls out a scroll and starts to read from it. And this is a red spell, so I'm going to cast Iron Maiden, but the spell is Apocalypse.
Oh my god.
And I don't know, what can they defend on this? Let me see what their defense is. This may be just an auto kill.
Nagala still has her
not, I'll
counters.
read. Okay.
So she's gonna do that.
All right. So Keltiel feels the counterspell dissipate this, and she screams with frustration. And she pulls out another scroll and uses Frenzy. Now Nagala needs to make a body save or get turned into a chicken.
Oh my god. Oh shit. That'll lighten the mood a bit.
Is this the polymorph spell?
It's polymorph, and I deliberately saved a feather from the chicken that Durin ate.
All right, you got to hit her with it first. But
what kind of a spell is this?
that is a green spell.
Oh, okay. There we go.
You can tell too, like Nagala sees
Eat
the
that
end,
bitch.
and she's like looking like she's holding all what she can just to defend against the magic coming at her.
And it's not good enough.
Nice. And she's going to do a body save. And it seems like she was going to try to flee, but she is. Go ahead. And what's that look like?
So Keltiel, almost like at random, pulls out this other scroll after the first one fails and smiles as she reads it and pulls out the feather and points to her and said, "This is a better fate than you deserve," and speaks the words, and Nagala's body starts to shrink in on her clothes and gets smaller and smaller, and her screams turn to squawks until finally she's just this moving form under the puddle of clothes. "Somebody take care of that," Keltiel says, and runs over to Yuya.
Yeah, and the combat's over now. You can just see Yuya's kind of, her face seems almost shattered by the force of this psionic spell.
Keltiel has tears just streaming down her cheek. She can't even really look at her sister's face, which is just an odd mirror of her own, so it's so horrible on multiple levels. She's fumbling. Her hands have been so sure this whole combat, but she's fumbling at the belt pouch. "Someone help me. Get this out. Hurry."
Yeah, Wrath is already over there next to you. He's looks almost, panicked at first, and then he looks down and like grabs at your belt and just rips it off, almost like tearing the belt off. He's so frantically trying to get it off, and he just rips the thing out and grabs your hand and turns the palm up and puts it in your hand and looks at you.
She takes it with shaking hands and she presses it just under Yuya's heart, places her hands on top of it, then puts one hand on top of her forehead, says a prayer to Ghana. "Ghana, I know this is why you brought us the stone. My sister's time it's not over. She still has so much to do, and I don't want to be here without her. Please, give us Yuya back."
The stone starts to crack, and what happens is the power turns the stone to dust. And Wrath, you've noticed the power from the energy. It's almost like the abilities of powerful angels to bring life back into the Godstone has been used. What happens there, Yuya?
And so, as the stone's placed on her chest, Keltiel and Wrath are gathered around her. She's laying there broken. And as the Godstone glows, there's just a moment, there's held breaths before there's a slight shift in Yuya. And a very low groan from her lips.
What?
"Oh, praise Ghana," Keltiel says, and just grabs her sister, under the arms and just yanks her forward into like an embrace that's probably uncomfortably fervent. Starts crying into her hair.
It's okay, Keltiel. I'm okay.
Can you heal yourself?
I have been. I can. I can.
And Yuya kind of brings her hands up to her broken face and places them over her eyelids and heals herself.
You notice isolation in the room. It's over, and there's no more evil left in this room. You can just pretty much sense it. You do find your mother dead over there, and you do notice that the essence of vengeance is still, what was left is still trapped in there. The orb.
Yeah, Wrath has forgotten almost everything while Yuya's laying there. As she heals herself, he gives a very faint smile as her broken body is restored, at least somewhat. The Maker would not let you go to him, not yet.
Just, I remember there was a sudden darkness, and everything felt like it was slipping away. And then this warm glow and a hand out to me. Felt like it wanted to guide me. And now I'm back. And at first I didn't know how I felt seeing you two and Hunter over there. I'm glad I'm back.
You have much to do, Yuya. You have a world to bring the light to. It will not be easy.
He slowly stands up, looks over towards the witch near him. Does he see the dagger that she had?
Yeah, he does. Laying on the floor over there seems a pathetic thing at this moment, but the hilt is in the face of a demon, and it has 4 edges. Strange kind of ceremonial blade, but you can sense the power in it, that he must have been bound within it when they cast him into the circle.
Yeah. Wrath walks over to it and scoops it up.
Ah, old friend. You have a meeting with the Maker. Your punishment will be swift.
He tucks it on his belt. He feels satisfied suddenly, as if the reason he was here has been completed. He feels an odd sense of now suddenly conflicted as he looks over to the essence. He meanders towards what hell holds vengeance in place, and with a rough kick he just begins to disrupt the circle.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
While Wrath was doing that, Keltiel would have started raising her sister up to stand, and then notices her mother, and then looks back at her sister. Just kind of looks both ways, like keeps looking back and forth.
That's her.
So she was here in the end. She shakes her head.
Not our mother, Keltia. She's just a woman who birthed us. She's no mother of ours. She never will be.
She nods. Yes, I had hoped that in the end she wouldn't be able to do it. And she shrugs. But we have each other. That's all that matters.
Wrath's here over here. He says, "Your mother is Ghana. Put faith in her. Put faith in yourselves." And he continues to do whatever he needs to do to release Vengeance Essence. He doesn't really say anything necessarily. He just thinks that he hopes that she can become whole once more.
Yeah, he feels like if he shatters, I mean, it'll release it.
Yeah, then he would take the hilt of his sword and just crack it.
And with that, it bursts open. It seems to linger there for a moment instead of just hurrying off, and kind of dissipates slowly. It lingers in front of you for a moment.
Yeah, he reaches out with his hand as if he's going to touch it, and almost with a morose look as it goes, finally.
As you guys move through the kind of limping his way and leaning up against the wall, he looks towards you. It is done then.
It's done. It's over.
It's time to go home.
And when you guys walk out, you notice that the twin suns are peeking over the horizon, and they'll pretty much send Hunter back to his world where he belongs now. If the rays hit him, you do look up upon the ruins too and notice that one of the Gelt is up there. Kind of a symbol that they might be returning already.
Before Hunter disappears, Keltiel looks up at the rising suns and rushes over to him. It's going to be okay. I know it's going to be okay. But just in case, I will check in and make sure.
And Hunter looks at the sun, and starts to fade, and well, if you should ever need me, it sounds like I won't have much to do.
Keltiel kind of raises that piece of the mask that covered the left eye that Hunter used to wear, and she puts it over her own and kind of smiles. I won't let you be bored for long.
He smiles and looks at her and the rest. Be safe. Travel well. Live long.
Thank you, Hunter. Thank you for everything.
And with that, he will fade.
Rogue, I'm going to send you a Discord message real quick because I want to understand something.
Okay.
But I don't want it on recording. So 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah. As Wrath is watching, maybe no one's looking at him briefly, but he's already got his sword belt off and his shield, and he's placed them on the ground. He's unlatching his armor. He lets it just fall off of him. There's a loud clang as he does so. He instinctively reaches back to touch his shoulders, wondering if he's fulfilled his duty enough to the Maker to be granted a release from this place.
Yeah, and you can feel them like erupting. Like you don't even have to put your hands there to know that you've been given the gift back and that it's your time to leave.
Yeah, Yuyin, Keltiel, and Avos see his wings begin to sprout off his back, tearing his shirt and furring wide, and the outside of the feathers are white, but the inner coat is black. They curl up behind him. He almost falls over, not used to their weight. His eyes begin to glow blue, and his skin begins to radiate a thin, shimmering light.
Yuya is fairly surprised by this, taken aback.
Gonna be praised. You got your rings back.
He nods slowly, but he doesn't appear particularly happy.
Yuya carefully steps up near Wrath, looks up to.
I guess this is where we depart, and you've completed your mission. And I guess it's your time to go.
He looks down at the ground and frowns. I cannot stay.
I know.
I wished I could.
I wish you could too, Wrath. I really do. I know you have a much greater purpose, as I do.
This was my greatest purpose, to bring you through this safely. You will change the world.
Yuya takes a sharp intake of breath, blinking back tears as she clasps her hands in front of Wrath.
I thank you for everything. And even though it was short time together, it meant the world to me. And I just hope you don't forget about me at all.
Wrath looks up and gives her, good eye contact for the first time since this has happened, and he smiles a bit out of the side of his mouth. Forget you, that would be impossible. The sword, the shield. I would ask one thing of you. One more thing.
Of course. Anything.
Give these to my child that rests in your belly. Tell them that their father
love them and loves their mother.
I will. I will. And I love you too, Wrath. And I will always.
He smiles to that and gives Keltiel a quick look and tell their cousin not to lose the fire of their mother.
Keltiel's already kind of standing there with her mouth slightly open. And when he says that, she just looks confused for a minute and then glances down at her own belly, her face coloring. And she looks at him and closes her mouth and gives him a solemn nod. And she walks closer to Yuya. I'm sure our children will look out for each other, as we do.
That we'll make sure of.
Wrath takes a step back. His wings flex. And he simply says, I hope to see you again one day. And before you can really respond, is he just shoots up into the air faster than you could imagine. And he just soars up into the darkness towards the suns, and eventually disappears from view.
Yuya watches him fly off. She kneels down, taking the shield in hand, clutching it against her chest before looking to Keltiel. And she sees tears pouring down Yuya's face, on her cheeks.
Keltiel reaches out and puts her arms around Yuya's shoulder as they were watching Wrath go up, and seeing the tears start to stream down her cheeks, she just kind of nods, acknowledging her grief, and pulls her in close.
She does. Yuya says very lowly to Kel.
I don't want to say I told you so. But
And Keltiel just kind of smiles and pats her sister on the shoulder. What can I say? You were right. This time.
this time,
This time.
now I'm wondering who got you knocked up.
Keltiel looks over at Avos and then shakes her head wildly.
Oh, good.
You notice Avos is bringing around a familiar wagon with two Burren somehow still alive through all of this. They've been hiding in the stables, he says. Well, let me at least take you back to Hammerfall. I won't fail you. I give you my word.
Yes, Avos. Keltiel nods. I do not know how much of this is your fault and how much is the fault of the witches. But you will take us back to Hammerfall. And there you will stay. And you will do what you can to make up for the wrongs that you have done. No fleeing from it.
he nods and gets down on one knee and, of this I swear, I will never fail you again. And after that, months pass, and the scene moves to a wedding. Yeah, it's just on the outskirts of Hammerfall. And what happens there? You can see all of the people gathered, even the Jarl from your home place of Geltarn. Vagrant is there, released from the prison. He was acquitted for black magic. And a familiar face, Farthnar the Ranger, is awaiting his bride.
Keltiel is dressed in a gown of green, and her belly is just starting to round. She has a crown of small white blossoms on her head. I'm sure Yuya's there in her priestess robes. She would, of course, have asked her to officiate.
Yuya's there in full priestess garb. She has a very large symbol of Ghana. One, not just of Ghana, but also one she helped design with the maker, also woven in. She stands before Keltiel and Farthanar, looking to the both of them, beaming. She too is showing the early signs of pregnancy.
Very beloved, we gather here today to honor both my sister Keltiel and her love, Farthanar, in holy matrimony.
And Yuya will go on to officiate the sermon.
At the end of the ceremony, when their hands are joined, Keltiel looks up at Farthnar and smiles like her joy is just full to bursting. She looks around and catches Yuya's eye, and her smile fades a little bit. She smiles, kind of knowing that Yuya must be a bittersweet moment. And she reaches out her other hand and takes Yuya's with it.
Yuya, even though it might seem bittersweet to Keltiel, the whole time she's just been beaming as she joined these two. There's no jealousy that Yuya felt. There's no anger or sadness. She knew Wrath was still out there, and she knew she had things to do here. So, this day being Keltiel and Farthanar's, there was nothing but love that Yuya felt for the both of them.
She looks at Farthnar and she looks at Yuya and says, "Now we are all family." She reaches down and touches her belly and touches Yuya's. And who knows what the future will bring for our family.
Only good. That's what will come.
She looks from Keltiel to Farthanar.
I now pronounce you man and wife. And you two may kiss.
And Farthnar smiles and goes in for the kiss. Camera pans back to all of Hammerfall. Any other closing remarks?
No.
I think that'll be.
Is Spectre Hunter there?
as maybe as the sun sets. But
He's like the ghost Jedi in the
That's what I
background,
was
smiling.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's funny. So, thank you guys for joining us for Demon Gate. That'll be the end.
Most
Oh,
excellent.
maybe Hunter thinks it's his baby since he still doesn't know it's her baby.
Wrestling.
I never wrestled with her.
There's ghost wrestling in the back.
Everyone's just like,